Hello and welcome to TFA Analysis. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
The stabbing of a principal by a student and the violent attack by another student on a teacher have been making headline news across the country. These barbaric acts have summoned nationwide criticisms of the insecurity in school campuses, as captured in the following report by Romeo Kenny.
A student of government bilingual high school Coleton Yaoundé beating up her disciplined mistress under the watchful eyes of her classmate. The video has gone viral on social media platforms a week now. Acts of vandalism stemming from non-respect of school administration has been highly condemned by the staff of the concerned institution. A few kilometers away, a student of Premier in Yona College in Colbison stabbed his principal. Reason: the student wore a pullover not accepted in the establishment, breaking the internal rules and regulations. Witness accounts report that the refusal of the principal to hand over the confiscated sweater led to the altercation. The student, intercepted by bikers, is under custody and the principal is currently in the hospital recovering from his wounds. Other footage about students' insolence towards teachers have been making headlines. This comes to add to the number of incidents caused by juvenile delinquents and witnessed in schools within the last 2 years in Yaoundé.
I believe that we all heard what happened in Yaoundé in a school where a student stabbed the principal with a knife. And many people commented about it and talk about this issue. And it's not the first time. And if care is not taken, it will not be the last time. We have heard situation in Cameroon where a student killed another student in school with a knife, with terrible weapons. We have heard terrible things happening in our schools, especially in Cameroon today. That children derive so much desire and pleasure in things, in immoralities. We heard about the sexual intercourse clubs that was created in a school in Yaoundé and were dismantled by the police. These are little children. And many people are asking the question, why all these things happening to our young people? And many people are blaming the government, many people are blaming the children, many are blaming the teachers, the schools, the parents, and the society. Many believe, many just take it normal and say it's the 21st century. And that is how children have to behave. But I say there is something we can do in order to stop this, in order to reduce this. I once presented a videos on an educational triangle and say whatsoever is happening in our schools today, in all the schools and we are children, is because of the failure of the educational triangle. I talk about the educational triangle. It's a triangle, and at the top of the triangle are the pupils, the student. And at the bottom of the triangle, we have the teachers and the parents having the same responsibility. And the body of the triangle is the school, the government, and the society. And all these people have to work hand in hand in order for the children to succeed. And if all of them participate and take their responsibility serious and sincerely, they are going to promote these two children. They are going to push these children who are at the top of the triangle into good moral standard and into their careers and success in life. And they will be blessing, as the Bible says, children are blessing to their parents. They will truly be blessing to their parents. They will truly be blessing to the society. But everybody has failed. And if we all have failed, the children also will fail. If we, the teachers, the parents, the school, the government, the society, refuse to support the triangle, to support the children who are there at the top of the triangle, they will fall down. And that is exactly what is happening in our schools today. Because when you look critically, you discover that most of these things are happening with children within class 6 up to Form 5. Children at upper C or lower C or in high school, in university, they hardly involve themselves in all these things. And many people are asking why. It's because of puberty. If we struggle to understand what puberty is all about, teenage age is all about, we are going to handle this particular problem. And I'm going to explain in detail, in brief, some of this aspect here. The first thing I have to say is that all these things are happening in Cameroon, in our schools in Cameroon and in Africa, because of the poor educational system, because of the poor government in place. The leadership in place is not the best. And they have involved themselves in corruption, in which they have taken much of the things that belongs to the civilians for themselves, and leaving them with nothing or with little things. And they are struggling in life, and struggling to feed the population, the family that they already have. They have to involve themselves in some kind of nasty thing. And their children growing are seeing them doing all these things. They are copying it. And that is what in education they call it hidden curriculum. They are learning it from our parents because of the hardship the government positioned them. The educational system in Cameroon, many people are just looking at it at the level of curriculum, what the government have put together. Yet, at the level of the curriculum, the government has given to the Cameroon people nothing but a system of education that it ends only by reading and writing. It does not produce anything. And people will go to school from primary, from nursery school, right up to the university, PhD level, and all they can do is reading and writing, memorizing and remembering things that are not important, naming parts of trees, parts of animals, countries in Europe, but cannot be productive to their own people. That is why in Cameroon you see a PhD holder is sleeping in front of the Ministry of Higher Education, asking them to employ them. And these people, they have written a lot of projects in that period in school, talking about how problems in a societal problem can be solved, in which they have to use those projects in order to create business for themselves. But the government taught them only how to write that project, only how to name part of tree, only how to do some kind of things that cannot help them. And that is the educational system that has frustrated nearly everybody. And everybody now have to involve himself or herself in an extra things, which mostly are immoral things, like corruption, prostitution, stealing, cheating, in order to survive. And our children of this generation grow up to copy and imitate all these things. And that is what they are giving us. And we tend to ask the question, why? The government has allowed the education in Cameroon in the hands of businessmen. That people today prefer opening school. Anybody that have money, whether you are educated, whether you have the vision, whether you have any dream of opening a school, whether you have the right to open school. If you can bribe the government and have your document, your license, you open school. And you manage it the way you want. You look for people, frustrated people around and put them there. You give them any amount, 10,000 francs, 20,000 francs to teach. What are they teaching? The smoker are teaching children how not to smoke. Drunker are teaching children that drunkenness is not good, but they are doing it and the children are seeing it. What we call hidden curriculum. And when they grow up and they are giving back what you, the parent, you, the government, has given them, the teacher has given them, you are asking the question why. If we do not correct all these things, that all this kind of bad behavior will keep on coming and coming without an end. The society also have contributed to this. The society, the environment, the people around, the churches, they all have contributed to all this bad behavior. If you look at these children, most of them go to church every Sunday. Or they are Muslim or they are Christian, but they worship God. There is somebody they look up at like a spiritual leader. But these people have failed the society. Because they have put in mind of these children that you do not have to struggle in life. You just have to pray and God will bless you. That you do not have to labor. Whatsoever God has destined that you will be. No matter what, which is wrong. The society where our children are living. There are banger smoker, people around there, and many people, children are copying this. And the society also have come to frustrate the lives of many children. Because in our society today, we discover that those who are doing well in the society are wayward people. Like Yaoundé, scammers. And children are imitating this. Armed robbers. They are living a very luxurious life. Embezzler within the government. And all these things, children are copying it. They desire to be like them. They have discovered that we have shown to them that it is not through education. Education is no longer the key. But scamming, is a Yahoo boy, is stealing, a prostitution, embezzling, is cheating. We have shown unto them. Because these are the people in our environment, in our locality, that they are doing well. They are living luxurious life. They are throwing money around. And who don't want that kind of lifestyle? Our children desire to have it. And that is what they are going. They don't care about education again. Because education offers nothing but a stripe on the street. It will be working with that salary. That is what education offers. But all these other immoral things, give them quick and easy way of having money. The society. You in the society there should take care of the way you live your lives. And this other statement that we usually send out in our society, that mind your business. You see a child in your locality growing up, the mother, the parents are wayward, and these children, you discover that these children will be wayward. You just say mind your business. You don't care. When that child will grow up and becomes a thief in the society, he will not just be stealing, but the parent will steal you. You also will be insecure. The little money you could have used to do some certain thing, you will be using it to buy lock and build houses and fences that children, they will not enter. Because you say mind your business. When they will grow up and become prostitutes, they will not spread a sexual transmitted disease onto their parents, onto their relatives. They will spread it to your own children. Mind your business. Should be out. We should love one another. As Jesus Christ gave the commands that we should love our neighbor as we love ourselves. If we want to correct all this, poor behavior on the part of the teachers, we talk about it. Smoking. That will come to a point where teachers are sending children to buy their cigarettes. Teachers are selling drugs to children. Teachers are drinking openly and getting drunk and then come to school and teach. And we are expecting to produce what kind of? From their fruit, you shall know them. What we are harvesting now is our fruit. It's what we have produced. It's what we have given the children. It's what we have given them. All kind of immorality everywhere. The teachers, I say, and the parents, they are the main pillar holding the triangle not to fall. And if a teacher is turned to be a drunkard, a smoker, a thief, a cheater, a forerunner, a scammer, that is how the child will be falling. Even the parent is doing by her, it cannot push the child up because the triangle will be tilted one side. So teachers, you should be careful. Because the Bible says if teachers will be judged double, we teachers will be judged double. Know that your wayward life, your immorality is not only, the consequences is not only on you. Many are following you and many are looking at you as a role model. What are you giving them? What are you giving them? The parent came to worsen the situation at all, destroy everything. They just got this anxiety of pampering children, and they are doing it in a very wrong and stupid way. Civilization is not for Africa. Africa has their own ways of growing, and that is one of the best ways. When Europeans talk about handling and giving love in their children, they know how they are doing it, and they are doing it perfectly. They make sure that the moral standard of that child is well looked up before. They look into that moral standard of that child. But in Africa, they just say in white man country that is how they abandon their children. They don't care. They allow children to do what they want. No, it is not there like in Europe like that. Maybe in America you can be hearing of such thing, and that is what American is as it is today. But in other European countries, there is nothing of that nature there. Children grow up morally. Many, more than 80% of children. So if you want to make your child to be like those in Europe, you should read and study them very well. They care for their children. You are just doing all kinds of immoral things. Prostitution right in the house. Some your children at the age of puberty, you will say, no, let me just allow, if I control him or her, he will just spoil. Let me just allow him to have one boyfriend, one girlfriend. Let me just allow him to have one. All those are things not for children. Parents, whatsoever you are doing, your child is copying it one without forgetting one, and they will do it and they will give it back to you in full. Because when they will go cause trouble there, your name will be dirty. You will be involved in it, whether directly or indirectly. Whatsoever all these children are doing, that parent will be disturbed. This child will go to prison. Maybe the parent also will feel the consequences, because this child was supposed to be a blessing. Now, what will the child give to you? So the consequence, mind the way you do things within. I have also to talk about the puberty period. And first thing I have to talk about is to the teachers. Teaching from class 6 to Form 5. That you have to know that all these children, most of them are at their age, their puberty age. And if you understand what they mean by puberty age, you do not have to push these children. This period you have to be aware and be careful of whatsoever you do before them. Anywhere. That is why they say teacher has no hidden lives. Private life. Don't say it is my private life. And when you are in the quarter, you are doing all sorts of dirty things. The children are copying it. Don't sit in class and you are doing and teaching and smoking, drinking, or saying all kinds of immoral things. The children are taking it all. At the age of puberty, all these children are supposed to be your friends. Don't anger them. Because at the age of puberty, they believe that they can move mountains. And when you anger them, they look at you, you are too small before them. And they will do all sorts of things. At the age of puberty, they believe that they can do everything. Even smoking, taking drugs, drinking alcohol. And when they take all these things with little knowledge, that is what they are doing all these things. As a teacher, you have to understand this. That children class 6 up to Form 5, you do not have to play with them. You do not have to provoke them. Don't provoke them to anger, because they can do anything at the age of puberty. If you have this in mind, we will struggle to reduce all these things happening in our school today. We will struggle to reduce it. You just have to take care. You just have to love your children. You just have to understand them. Each time there is a problem, talk with them friendly. Beating cannot help at this age. Insulting word cannot help. But only a cordial relationship can help. Children at this age are so terrible and vulnerable. If you allow them to show their true color, they will kill all of you. Fighting to them is normal. And when they do it, they feel very happy, because that is what the age is giving them. Immorality is just what they want to. Any hidden things, any things that is not like good, they want to do it. They want to test everything. And you should not push them to test the wrong thing. involve their children in activities that are morally good and educative. That is all I can say for now, but we'll produce more videos on this particular topic.